Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news. The NFL offseason just got a whole lot more interesting, folks. Rumors are swirling around the league, and if they turn out to be true, the Chicago Bears could be on the brink of a seismic shift that might set the team up for sustained success for years to come. The buzz is that the Cleveland Browns, currently struggling at 4-9 in December 2025 and facing a cap crunch after their disappointing season with Deshaun Watson, are exploring the possibility of trading one of their most valuable assets, Myles Garrett. And if this deal goes down, it could be a game changer for the Bears, both defensively and strategically. Sources close to ESPN's Adam Schefter are whispering that the Browns are considering sending Garrett, a franchise-altering pass rusher, to the Bears in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and edge Montez Sweat. The Browns are reportedly looking to free up roughly $26 million in cap space, which could be used to rebuild their leaky offensive line and address other roster needs, especially on defense, where they've been giving up an alarming 150 rushing yards per game. The Browns' priority right now seems to be acquiring draft capital to select a future quarterback, as they're clearly in rebuild mode after a season that fell flat, especially with the cap space they have available, around $14 million, and a desire to extend Amari Cooper. For the Bears, this potential trade is seen as a strategic move to take their defense to a whole new level. Garrett, a titan on the edge, is a player who can single-handedly elevate a defensive front. Up until September 2025, he's amassed a jaw-dropping 102 sacks and 480 pressures in his career, and in 2025 alone, he's put up 5 sacks in 13 games with a 92, 1 PFF grade, and a 26% pass rush win rate. His ability to generate pressure is second to none, and he's been a nightmare for quarterbacks. His impact in Week 11 against the Steelers, with 3 sacks and 9 pressures, was a reminder of his elite talent. Garrett's career stats include 380 tackles, a 17, 2% hurry rate, and low yards after contact per tackle, just 3.1 yards, highlighting his disruptive presence. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The Bears, currently standing at 8-5 and fighting for the NFC North crown, are desperate for upgrades on their defensive front, especially after Tyson Bagent's injury, an illness that's left their quarterback situation in flux and their defense needing reinforcements. Adding Garrett could be the spark that ignites their pass rush, pushing their pressure rate up by an estimated 35%, from around 34% to a staggering 69%, similar to the impact the Seahawks saw when they traded for DK Metcalf earlier this year. Imagine Garrett lining up opposite Montez Sweat, whose PFF grade hovers around 87. 4 with 9 sacks this season, creating a duo that could rival some of the best in the league. This would significantly boost the Bears' ability to generate pressure, force turnovers, and ultimately control games. From a strategic standpoint, the impact would be immediate and profound. Garrett's presence would not only increase sacks, but also improve the overall efficiency of the front seven. His ability to collapse the pocket would open up opportunities for blitzes from the secondary, benefiting players like Jaylon Johnson, who already has 5 interceptions this season. The secondary has been a strength for Chicago, and with Garrett providing consistent pressure, the secondary can gamble more on coverage, leading to more turnovers. Additionally, the defensive improvement would translate into better run stopping, reducing opponents' rushing yards from an average of 2.4 yards per carry to about 1.7 yards, a huge bump that would make life miserable for opposing offenses. But the trade isn't just about defense. The Bears' offense, which has been gaining momentum, especially with top-tier play-action passing, would also stand to benefit. With Garrett drawing double teams and commanding attention from offensive lines, it would open up lanes for the Bears' running game and give Justin Fields or Caleb Williams, who's been showing flashes of brilliance, the extra time and space to make plays. The combination of a ferocious pass rush and a dynamic offense could make the Bears a nightmare to defend, especially as they look ahead to the postseason. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here, what this could mean for the Bears' Super Bowl aspirations. The odds are already shifting, with DraftKings reporting that Chicago's Super Bowl odds have skyrocketed from +4, 500 to +1, 800 after rumors of this potential move. That's a massive leap, and it signals that Vegas and the betting market see the Bears as serious contenders if they can pull off an acquisition like Garrett. His presence could be the final piece in the puzzle, transforming the Bears into a true contender in the NFC, especially with the balance of power in the conference shifting towards teams with dominant defenses and explosive offenses. And what about the Browns? Well, they appear to be in a bit of a limbo right now. They're trying to rebuild, but losing Garrett would be a significant blow. He's been arguably their most disruptive player and a cornerstone of their defense. Reports suggest that owner Jimmy Haslam might be willing to part ways with Garrett to jumpstart the rebuild and create cap space. But such a move could upset the fanbase, which has always seen Garrett as a franchise icon, one of the few bright spots in their recent struggles. The Browns are also prioritizing draft picks and cap flexibility, and trading Garrett could be a strategic move to reset their roster, even if it comes with some risk of alienating their supporters. For the Bears, this potential trade is reminiscent of past historic moments, like the Khalil Mack trade in 2018, that injected new energy and talent into their defense, helping them become more competitive and eventually playoff contenders. The addition of Garrett could do something similar, elevating their front seven and making them a nightmare for any quarterback facing them. With Garrett, the Bears' defense could push pressure rates to levels they haven't seen in years, forcing turnovers and creating a hostile environment for offenses. This could be the kind of move that turns the tide in their favor, especially as they look to solidify their place as NFC North champions and make a deep playoff run. Looking ahead, the season's end could see a scenario where Garrett becomes a Chicago Bear, donning the navy and orange, and instantly becoming the centerpiece of a revamped defense. His ability to generate sacks and pressures at an elite level would make him a cornerstone for the Bears' defensive strategy, helping them close the gap on top NFC teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys. It's not just about individual talent. It's about how Garrett's addition would elevate the entire team, boosting confidence and creating a new identity for the Bears' defense, one that strikes fear into opponents. Of course, we have to consider the skeptics. Some may argue that trading draft capital for a veteran superstar like Garrett comes with risks, especially if the Browns decide to pull the trigger and ship him out. There's also the concern of upsetting the team's chemistry or alienating fans who see Garrett as a franchise icon for Cleveland. But if the Bears can seal the deal, it's a move that could define their season and set them up for a supercharged playoff push. The potential for a dominant pass rush paired with a versatile offense makes this team a serious threat in the NFC, and Garrett's addition could be the catalyst for a true Bears dynasty revival. In conclusion, it's a story that could reshape the NFC North and the NFL landscape for years to come. The possibility of Myles Garrett wearing the Bears' colors is exciting, and if it happens, it could mark the beginning of a new era of dominance for Chicago. Imagine a Bears defense with Garrett and Sweat rushing the passer, complemented by a secondary that's better than ever. This kind of upgrade isn't just about winning games. It's about establishing a culture of excellence, resilience, and championship ambition in Windy City. The NFL offseason never ceases to surprise us, and right now, this trade rumor is the one to watch. Will it happen? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. If Garrett joins the Bears, the entire league better prepare for what's coming. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Do you believe Garrett is the missing piece? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in navy and orange? Or do you think the price is too high? Whatever your thoughts, we want to hear them. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. The offseason is heating up, and with rumors like these swirling around, the future looks brighter than ever for our beloved Bears. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and get ready for what could be an unforgettable chapter in Chicago football history.